It is clear the Oklahoma City Thunder are looking to add some size to their team during the offseason, whether that be through free agency, trades, or even the draft since we have the 12th overall pick this year. However, there is a report coming out that has shown that the Thunder have great interest in a Chicago Bulls forward where they might do a sign and trade with this guy to add him to the team to maybe take the starting power forward position spot for the Oklahoma City Thunder. What up? It's Bryson Akins with another Thunder Digest video for you guys today. Before we get all this done, I want to take a moment and say if you guys find yourself coming back on a regular basis and you enjoy the videos here on the Oklahoma City Thunder here on Thunder Digest, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. We got daily Thunder videos coming at you. So go ahead, if you want to keep up with your news, hit the subscribe button. It's the best way to support the channel. With that out of the way, we can get in the video and talk about this guy who, in the article that I read that I'll also bring up with you guys, said that he would be a starter on this team. However, I don't necessarily agree that he should be a starter. I feel like if we're looking for a starting power forward, we should still have our eyes set on a guy like Lauri Markkanen or even Giddey down in Washington. I feel like those guys could be a better starting option than this certain person down in Chicago, and it is Patrick Williams. And I'm going to go ahead and bring up what I saw here from the Dunk Central. This is what the tweet had to say, and it also has an article on Sports Illustrated that I found that I read that I also have for you guys here. But it says Oklahoma City has great interest in Patrick Williams per Darnell Mayberry. If the Bulls have seen enough of the Williams experiment, one team that has great interest, a league source said, is Oklahoma City. The Thunder need more size, and they have an army of draft picks that can sweeten the pot for the Bulls if a sign and trade emerges in July. So as you can see there, it's showing that we have a ton of interest in Patrick Williams. And he's not a bad player. He's not a bad player at all. He was very solid for the Bulls. I believe he was putting up 10 points a game. He has good size as well. Could definitely play that 4 spot. I think he might be a little bit, just a tad bit undersized because he's only 6'7". From what I remember, he's 6'7". I would like our power forward to be closer to 6'9", 6'10", if that's possible. That's why I'm saying go get a guy like Lauri or Giddey first. Try to get them because I feel like it's possible to go get those guys. Even a Kyle Kuzma if you want. If we're looking for a starter, those guys would work. It's just Patrick Williams. I feel like he could be a very great bench option for us. It's just a matter of the fact we want a starter. Go get guys that are starters that will be on the trade market that teams are looking to kind of give up when they're in the middle of rebuilding, because I know the Jazz are probably going to do to Lauri what they did with Donovan Mitchell and Gobert when they got rid of them on their last year of their contract when they know they were about to rebuild. But I'll go ahead and give you guys the rest of this article here that I found. Go and give you the 2 little tidbits I found here. One of the items Mayberry reported was about the Oklahoma City Thunder who have great interest in Chicago Bulls forward Patrick Williams, according to the Athletic scribe who used to serve on the Thunder beat. I was in town covering the playoffs in person. This bottom one just, is hand in hand what was on the tweet. So we're going to go ahead and ignore that there. Mayberry describes the Thunder ability to woo Williams into inking an offer sheet to kick off his restricted free agency with the assets to parlay it into a sign and trade with Chicago to secure the services of the bigger 4-man. However, a sign and trade would instantly hard cap the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have top 5 in the league cap space. A smarter route, should the Thunder truly have great interest in the Florida State product, would be to throw a massive amount of money at Williams, living with the possibility of the Bulls matching and rolling the dice at the chance they don't, and it only costing the Thunder money rather than triggering a sign and trade. Williams stands 6'7", coming in at 215 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan. That's what really jumps out to me. He's 215 pounds with that 7-foot wingspan. That is huge when you're trying to defend someone. It would make him an instant fit into the Thunder's power forward spot, giving Oklahoma City more functional size to overwhelm teams. A lengthy lineup of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Patrick Williams, and Chet Holmgren would devastate teams. So yeah, he's a solid guy. I'm not going to say that he's not. It sounds nice on paper. It's just a matter of I just keep going back to this position where we want to go get a starting power forward in the offseason, and there are options for us to do that. You can go get Nick Claxton. You can even get Hartenstein, who I feel like would be better in the starting role than Patrick Williams. Lauri Markkanen, all these guys, Giddey, Kyle Kuzma. There are these guys out there I feel like would be better options for us in that starting 4 spot. I'm not saying Patrick Williams isn't good. He's a very solid guy. He's a very solid role player. I just don't think he's a starter for us. I feel like there are other guys that we could go out there and get. And yeah, maybe we can just, go ahead and sign him instead of having to do a sign and trade and then keep Giddey at the 5 because we'll still have him on the team. That's the only move we make this offseason because it does make us better. It does. It gives us size a little bit down low. Just truly. It's just a matter of if we want the starter, go for the stars first, all right? Because Patrick Williams will be there if we do have this kind of great interest in him. But also, you want to look at the stats, too. You want to see what kind of player he is here. Here are the stats that I got for him. These were from last season. 10 points a game, 4 rebounds, 1.5 assists, almost a block and steal per game as well. 1.3 turnovers, 2 fouls a game, so he doesn't really get into foul trouble. And he's shooting 44% from the field and almost 40% from behind the arc, just .001 away. We can go ahead and round that up to 40 if you guys want. Like we said before, he's 6'7". He's also young. He's only 22 years old, just about to be 23. And then these are some little stats that kind of stood out to me here. He shoots 42% on corner threes. So he has a high rate there. You can kind of tell, okay, that's his shot. 96% of his threes are assisted. So almost every single three he makes is off of an assist, off of a pass. So what we could do with him is a little bit of a pick and pop action with him. Set a screen for SJ or Dub, kind of draw the defender, have him pop out to the three-point line, shoot the three ball because he's making, almost every shot he makes there, he's going 40% from behind the arc, 4 of 10 there. Almost making all of them off of assists, so high percentage shooter in that regards, catch and shooter. And then 41% of all of his shots are threes. So he's shooting a good amount of threes there, which I kind of love to see. Not going to lie there. I love to see that. It's nice. I'm not going to lie. That is nice to see. I just, once again, like I've been saying, I think he's a great bench option for us. I think he's great coming off the bench. It's just a matter of the fact I don't necessarily think we should be trading for him to come into the starting role. I don't think so. It'd be nice to get him. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there would also like us to go get Patrick Williams. I just can't say this enough. I just think there are better options at the starting 4 than Patrick Williams this offseason. I just feel like there are. There truly are better guys that you can trade for, better guys that you can sign. Even in the draft, I feel like there are, a few products out there that I would be like, okay, I'm fine with us drafting them and then seeing if halfway through the season they could go into that starting 4 role. It's just a matter of I don't think he's a guy at the starting 4 for us. I think he's a 6th or 7th man for us. He can be a great bench player, and he would be solid in the starting 5. I believe so. It's just, I think if we do that, I don't necessarily think he'll play as a 4. He might play more as a 3, and then we'll have to play J-Dub at the 4 again and have him out of his, natural spot where Dub is a 3. He's a small forward. And having him play that power forward, having to go against these bigger guys, that's not going to set him up for success. It's not. It's just, I feel like it's just going to hurt our team a little bit more if we go get Patrick Williams. That's my kind of thought on it. But I did have a little proposed sign and trade. I don't think, I think it's a little bit too much. The more I look at it, I feel like it is too much when I look at it, the grand scheme of things. But this is what I kind of put together. Sign and trade for Patrick Williams. His contract would be for 3 years, $39 million, $13 million per year. And we would give up. Now, this is where I say I think we're giving up a little bit too much. I feel like we can take Kenrick out and just make it picks. I feel like we can, and we could probably keep this 12th overall pick that we have. But this is what I had in the moment. Kenrick Williams, our 12th overall pick this year, our first round pick in 2025, and then our second round pick from Atlanta in 2025 for Patrick Williams. I feel like we can get this down to a 2026 first round, 2025 first round, and then another second round pick or 2 without giving up any of our players, because that's our greatest asset is the amount of draft picks that we have. We have a ton lined up that we can use in a good amount of trades, especially since we have all this room in cap space right now. We have $33 million to use in cap space that we can kind of trade away picks and go get guys that would fit into the cap. Lauri Markkanen, I keep on saying this because I really think he is the missing piece for this Thunder team for us to go win a championship. I believe that. I believe if we get Lauri Markkanen, I don't know what team can stop us besides maybe the Boston Celtics, because they would have everyone matching up against us because it'd be a good matchup. It would. We'd be the best 2 teams in the league if we go get Lauri Markkanen and then go get another guy in free agency or through a trade, since we'd still have, if my math is correct, $15 million left in cap space to use. That sets us up for success, and we can still go get a guy like Patrick Williams. It's just a matter of, I keep saying it, we have the draft picks to use. We have a ton to trade. We have, I believe, 5 first-round picks next year, either 5 or 4 first-round picks in 2025. Use those picks to go out there and trade for someone that could be an asset to this team. That's all I got to say. And I feel like that's what we can do for Patrick Williams. I feel like if we trade for him, it should just be trading over picks and none of our other players that we have on roster already. That's what I have, though. That's kind of my whole spiel on it. I'm interested what you guys think. Would Patrick Williams be a good fit on the team? Let me know down in the comments. And also, let me know what a trade package for Patrick Williams would look like for you guys. But that's all I got for this video. Like I mentioned before, if you guys enjoyed the content and you stayed the whole time, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. It's the best way to support the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video.